I remember you said like going in business is like a marriage, and it's so true. And like you said, we've had business partners before. We've had good ones, we've had not good ones, and it's like once you have that experience, you realize like, yeah, you want to be, have some sort of rapport, kind of have that trust with people.
The world has gone crazy. How does Done For You by Just One Dime handle what's going on in the world? Well, today we have another investor story for you. Now, please keep in mind that as we interview these investors, you're gonna see experiences all over the place. And before I do these interviews, I don't prep them, I don't tell them what to say. In fact, I came with a list of preset questions I wanted to ask just to give their honest feedback. What's it been like? What has been the biggest challenges with where the world is at? How can we improve? And what has your experience been? So I hope that you find this interview super encouraging, especially from the perspective that it comes from investors who are former business owners and current business owners themselves. So please enjoy. Guys, thank you so much for being here today. And I just want to ask you a few questions about what has your experience been with Done For You. Be totally honest about the good, the bad, the ugly, the in-between, what's been exciting, what's been disappointing. So I just want to ask some questions. So first question is, why did you guys sign up with Done For You in the beginning? Like, what was your guys' motivation? Why?
Well, I'll take it. So I was actually following you probably on Instagram for a year, and I saw other people, other entrepreneurs like myself that had been in the corporate world and looking for a change. And we started an internet business actually in college, her and I, a web design company. So the internet / e-commerce has always been, interest to us. So after following you and seeing all these success, I was like, hey, Kathleen, let's jump in. I think these guys are really good to partner up with. And, we've been happy ever since. So.
Yeah, and just to back up, we actually I joined as a member of Just One Dime and started doing some coursework and interested in opening up my own Amazon store. And then, like you say, through like seeing some of that content as well, like the stuff that you guys were putting out and all the data and all the information, like it just helped us. We had this credibility that we felt very comfortable that, Just One Dime, okay, look at, they know their stuff, they know what they're doing. And so, why not leverage, the knowledge and here, take this investment and put it over here and then leverage the knowledge that you guys have to help build another business for us. So.
What were your guys' expectations early on? Like when you guys first joined Done For You, what were you expecting it would be like?
Well, as business owners of other businesses, we know that it takes time. So, we knew that it was going to be probably a long road. So, we always go into a business knowing that it takes at least sometimes 3 years to really see a return on your investment. So, at least that was from...
Yeah, that was kind of our expectation. Mm-hmm.
What would you guys say have been the biggest challenges in the Done For You program? And again, please speak candidly. What are the biggest challenges if you could go back and say, Seth, if you guys could change this, or if this happened, or maybe stuff even not related to Just One Dime, what would that have been?
Sure. I would say, one of the biggest challenges is just been communication. The communication, our partner Danilo has been great, but just the communication and kind of more like having a real sense, a real pulse on exactly what's going on in the project, just kind of that project tracking type of stuff. Us being familiar with Amazon, we have we have a little bit more knowledge about kind of some of the processes and stuff, but just the communication.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, totally fair. No, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, I agree with her.
Yeah.
When you guys first received that product presentation, what was your first impression? Now, don't give away your product, but I do want to know, good and bad in between. Like, honestly, what was your impression when you first got that product presentation?
Okay. I'll say I absolutely loved it. I think something that I've been very impressed with Just One Dime is just the level of analytics and data that is provided. So I'm a very analytical person. I'm a data person. I love looking at spreadsheets and looking at the numbers and all that stuff. So I liked how transparent, how the format was, that it just kind of laid it all out there and gave a really good amount of analytics and data and information that you needed, to make a decision and feel comfortable that, hey, yeah, this is a good product. And these are the reasons why, it's checking this box, it's checking this box, it's checking this box. And this is why y'all are, recommending this product for us.
What did you guys think of the differentiation of the product? Any thoughts there?
We really liked it. So our project manager, he actually let us put some input as well. So it was a collaboration, which we value a lot, collaborating.
Yeah, I agree. That was one part that we really did enjoy, like you say, the differentiation. And we were able to, and at the beginning of the project, we talked about, okay, what are the expectations from, we're the investors, you're the project manager, and he basically kind of laid it out as, it's up to you. If you want to be totally hands off and we just run with it and we'll just, go from there, then that's fine. If you want to be involved, the more brains at work, the better. So that's one thing that we enjoyed, was like being able to collaborate on some of the differentiation, throw some ideas out there. And honestly, that was probably one of my favorite parts of the whole project so far, is just, thinking creatively and kind of strategizing on, hey, this might be neat, or I really like this. And that the feedback was welcome. So it wasn't like, oh no, this is just, this is what we think you need to do and this is it. It was like, okay, we're, and we were very upfront too and said, hey, we're just throwing some ideas out there. We're not expecting that you have to run with us, but it's just ideas, and just that the feedback was actually welcome. That was a nice change from other ventures I've done, in other businesses and stuff in the past. So.
Yes, I agree.
And you guys launched like right at the beginning of March of this year, 2022. Tell us what happened in that launch.
You want to take this one?
Yeah, well, it exceeded expectations. I think we did minimal PPC, and what did we sell out in 25 days? Or
in just under a month we sold out.
So
that's awesome.
Definitely exceeded our expectations, with selling out so quickly.
How much did you guys spend on PPC in that launch?
Less than $1,000.
Yep.
Okay. And just for anyone listening, I don't want to set unrealistic expectations. Not all launches go that well. There are some launches where you may not even be profitable in the first batch. So I just don't want anyone to get their hopes up. But that's awesome, though. This is really cool. What were your guys' profit margins, and what was your approximate revenue during that month of that launch where you sold out?
Well, profit margins were fairly thin for that first month, just with the cost, and we went in strategically at a lower price point. We kind of started off lower in the market, and then we were selling so quickly that then we started raising prices at the end. So the actual revenue, we were about break even. We maybe made about 10%. But we were just thrilled with those results, from the initial launch. We weren't expecting to make anything. We were expecting that we would be, in the hole, losing some money at first, and that we would make that up. And so now the biggest challenge is really just, we're anxious to get the next round of product here and keep it moving. So.
Yeah. And for anyone listening, just to explain, if you launch a product and let's say you're not even profitable in the first batch, but if you sell, your listing is ranking because of those sales, which means when you get the second batch in, you should expect to continue to sell at a very close rate, but now you can keep raising the price because the more reviews it collects. In fact, let me ask you guys that. Did you guys get reviews? How many reviews? What were the star ratings on that launch?
Yeah, what did we end up with?
I think either 1 or 2 reviews, and both were 5-star reviews. So.
Okay. So your guys' listing is still a little baby listing. It's very vulnerable because if it gets 1 bad review, that's not good. But still, getting 2 is better than none.
It is. It's a very baby listing, but just to give you an idea, I mean, the number of units we sold was just around 50 units of what we were selling.
Yes.
So it wasn't a huge volume. it was, yeah. So within, and I mean, we were pretty happy with that. Like you said, we got to be careful. We don't want any bad ratings, but, to sell out so quickly, we were expecting that would last a few months, obviously, with our first round of inventory that we purchased, that was the best guesstimate at that time. But to sell that many units in a month, we were very happy with, so.
Yeah. That's awesome. What was you guys' revenue? Do you know what your revenue was during that period?
Yeah. I want to say the revenue was around $20,000. Gross revenue is somewhere in the 20 to 25,000. Yeah.
What are your guys' long-term plans with Done For You? Like, where would you guys like to see this 6 months all the way to 5 years from now, long-term?
Well, I just want to continue growing. Launching our other 2 private label. I think Danilo, our project managers, supposed to be sending them this week, but continue, for it to keep going. I don't want to sell it. I want to be a continual income for us. I'll never say we'll never sell it, but it's not like, hey, I want to get this up to this amount, and then I'm going to sell it. I want to still, in 5 years, we still want to be doing the e-commerce, and hopefully partner with you guys and other things that you are doing. So
yeah, I mean, long term, that's what Just One Dime would love, is to have a network of investors that we can grow with, make money with, and then impact the world in a way where the world needs so much hope and so much motivation and so much truth. Like, world is going crazy right now, so let's take opportunity. Like this, yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, it is. If we could just continue to add more products, like you say, at this point, we've launched 1 product. We've got 2 more that are kind of in the works. So to continue to expand our product line and really build our brand is something that we're interested in. And with partnering up with Just One Dime to do that. That's
very exciting, guys. Guys, what advice would you give to me and Just One Dime? You mentioned communication. Anything else or anything specific in communication? How can we learn and improve from your guys' experience, both good and bad?
Yeah, I would say, just for any investors, like you say, have patience. If anybody's had a business before, like Jason said at the beginning, it takes time. I mean, realistically, it's going to take some time. As far as communications, to have some patience there. I think that everybody's running hard and working hard. Specifically, something that might be helpful would be like some sort of like 1-page snapshot that just kind of says the key components of especially when you've got multiple products going on. Like with the Asana tool, it was good, but then it could be sometimes confusing because you'd have multiple products within like one task. So something that would be just a little bit more high level and say, okay, here's product A and blah, 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 here's where we're at, and here's product B, and here's kind of the key milestones coming up. Just so you kind of say, okay, where are we at? What's the expected date that we're going to have whatever completed? You don't need all the detail, but just like very high level stuff would be helpful.
I agree.
So.
Thank you. Very, very good feedback. Thank you, guys. Guys, thank you for hopping on here to share your experience. One last thing I have to do, and Jason, I hope you don't mind me doing this, but you are on Instagram and you come out with some amazing content. I've actually followed you before you joined Done For You. So can you please tell us what your Instagram channel is?
Jason_Sosebee, Sosebee.
Jason_Sosebee. And we'll include that below here as well. So guys, thank you again for taking the time to do this quick interview. I hope and pray that this is an amazing venture for you guys. I am sure we're gonna have obstacles ahead, but as business owners, you guys know. But we're not stopping, let's keep going. You guys have an awesome rest of your day.
Okay, sounds good, thank you.
Thanks, Seth.